I said I wanted to stream horizontally, but apparently, I guess it's nope. No, don't fall. My whatever, the car stand is actually broken, so it's just sitting up here on a prayer. But hi, I'm Shalandra, and Shalandra is the one who breathes life into Shalance, and I'm here to document my journey daily, or at least chat with you guys and update you daily, because I was just looking back at my videos and realized I'm just talking and I'm updating you, but you're really not getting a good glimpse of my life. But honestly, for me, it's still tough to carry around my phone because that's what I'm doing. To carry on my phone just to like record everything. I don't have enough memory on my phone right now to be doing that. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But I just want to jump on here real quick because I haven't posted anything today. Today, I actually went to go help my mother. My mother lives about 2 hours away. And what I usually do, I grocery shop for her. I'll cook for her sometimes. I'll, bathe her, do like wash her back, things like that sometimes. And just kind of like help her out. And sorry, it just got dark. I'm sitting in the garage. I'm getting ready to pick up some very cheap takeout to just kind of mellow out for today because I helped a lot of people throughout the week. That's apparently what my job has been lately, and I just need some me time. But anyway, I can get into that another time as well. Again, if you want to know, you want me to expound upon what I just said, let me know in the comments. But today, on days like this, is usually tough because when I go back to my hometown, I'm faced with a lot of good and bad memories. And today I had to stop by like my uncle's place. I had to deliver something from my mother to my uncle. And I pass my old house to get to his place. I purposely do it. There's probably another way I could go, but it's just a lot quicker to do that. But I passed like my childhood house that I remember growing up in. And there's just so many memories and just so many memories. And before I left to go drop off a package to my uncle, which is his birthday today. Happy birthday, Uncle. But before I did that, my mom sat down with me and she was just talking about how she's really not feeling well and that she wished that her mother sat down and told her what not to do because she believes she would have not done those things. And I know it's tough. I know it's tough because I'm there helping her and I see her in pain and I see, you know, what the like diabetes has done to her and I see what I just see the negatives of the health thing because again, I have to drive 2 hours to help take care of her. So I get it and she's just not doing well. She's not doing well. Her birthday is actually in a few days and I get nervous because you just always hear sometimes. You just hear people like, oh yeah, they got close to their birthday and they passed away, or they passed away on their birthday. And I know they can pass like any day, like it doesn't matter. But like, I just get nervous around this time of year because I think my mother does get sad and I do think that she doesn't feel well and she's alone and all that plays a part. And I just feel bad. But most importantly, I just want to get the message out like, don't be afraid to talk to your parents or who you consider elders. But most importantly for me, I see my mom and I see what I don't want to be. It's not that I don't have respect for my mother. It's not that I don't love my mother. I love her. I have respect for her. I just see things that I don't want in my future. I was when I was growing up, but mainly in middle school and high school, because I always did sports, even in elementary school. But my mom's health started affecting her earlier on in my life. My mother had me late. Well, not late, but she had me in her mid 30s. And she had already been diagnosed with diabetes at that time. And she was a smoker and things. So like things just started kind of slowing down for her early. And then, she started having knee pain and all this other type of pain. So she never was really able to be there for like all the sports that I've done. And she did come to like choir concerts and stuff, but that's a different story on how we got her there. But she wasn't able to be as physical in my life. So subconsciously and even consciously, I was always like thinking about my health, my weight, and everything. Being in wrestling doesn't help with body image, but living with a parent who hasn't been able to be there for you because of their physical limitations, that can send you one or two ways. It either makes you want to work really hard to not be that, or it makes you like, oh, that's not going to be me, that's not going to be me, and I'm young and I could do this, I've done it before, and you're somehow in a spiral of denial. And I hate to say this about myself, but I think that I was in a spiral of denial. I knew that's not what I want to be. But when I wake up and I look at myself in the mirror, and not just physically look at myself in the mirror, when I look in me and my soul and knowing that there are habits that need to be broken, there are fears that need to be challenged, there are obstacles that I need to overcome, because if I don't, then I see what I could become. I see it. I'm the heaviest that I've been. Well, I'm not the heaviest that I've been, but last year I reached the heaviest that I've been. And I didn't feel good. And that's what I want to touch on. It's like I mm, body size and things like that, I don't focus on that. I just want people to be healthy. But for me, I tend to not feel good when I have extra weight that I'm carrying around. And mentally, that scares me because I know what my mom is dealing with. I see it. I know, like, and I don't want to be that. So today was just a day where I went back and looked at my childhood home, and a lot of memories flooded back to me. And then my mom sat down and she's just like, please don't be me. Like, please don't be like me. Because now she can't really do much for herself well. Like, she was just sharing that the things that my grandmother had, my mother now has. And it has to end with me. I don't want to be a diabetic that can't show up for their child should I decide to have them, or show up for people, or I can't go hang out because I'm in pain, or I can't travel because I'm worried about my knees and my back and things like that. I just know some of those things come with aging in general, and then the business that I'm in, I feel that now because I'm bumping around and making my body do things that it simply probably wasn't born to do. But I have to get it together. I have to break the generational curses. I have to tackle these demons. It's one thing to sit here and smile about it and say, oh, I have to do all this, I have to do all that, I have to do this. I gotta do it. I have to do it. Because at the end of the day, most people start out with the purest intentions of not becoming the thing that they've became. And what I mean by that is, my mom didn't want to be like her mom, in the sense of having the same ailments and suffering almost the exact same fate that my grandmother suffered. My mom didn't say that's exactly what she wanted out of her mouth, but the habits and the things that she's done did that. So I'm putting this on blast. Like, I'm not saying out loud that I want to be just, well, dang, I'm about to say it. But in other words, I'm not trying to be just like my mom, in the sense of the ailments and the disease and stuff like that. She's a very strong woman, and I need that in me. But diligence and love for herself, to be able to fight for herself, wasn't there. And it simply wasn't nurtured. She didn't grow up in an environment that nurtured that in her. My mother's not a bad woman, and she is a product of her environment. And my heart goes out to her, because my mom is a very beautiful woman, and she grew up in a time that Black women weren't really appreciated like that. And because my mother is light skinned with green eyes, and so there's colorism, and people thought she was better than them, and they didn't trust her, and they used her. And no one really instilled in my mother that she was beautiful and that she's loved and that she's more than what she looks like. She's smart. My mother's actually smart and ambitious, and but she didn't have anyone to really feed that in her. And I don't care what anyone says. Like, when you don't have that, it's giving some. I don't know if it went away, but in the event that none of that got caught, I said my mother's a great woman. I love her, but she ended up just calling. Oh, I think she's pausing my live. My mom is calling me right now. I'm trying to end it. Anyway, my mother's a great woman. I love her to death. And I just want to break the generational curses and make sure that I keep going and start new, great, traditions of my own and take care of myself and my body. But thank each and every one of you. If you're new here, I am an independent professional wrestler, and I just happen to not be wrestling right now because I have an injury, and I just have a lot of things to share. And I also want to be able to help other independent wrestlers because I don't know where things are going for me, but I can't just keep sitting here doing nothing. So I want to do this. So if you have any questions about independent professional wrestling, any questions for me, any questions in general, feel free to ask them in the comment section. I'm usually posting a video per day, but I wanted to go on live stream so that way it will already be uploaded and whatnot. So this probably wasn't the most interesting, but I had to keep my promise to myself and make sure that I have at least a daily post if I can help it. And I definitely could help it. So I hope you have a wonderful night. Enjoy your Saturday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh, how do I end this? I did it last time. Is it this way? Yes.